We got the call. It is October 3rd, and I'm just kidding. We did not get the call for the entire month of September, and it is October 3rd. Obviously, you know, if you saw my last video with going back to training for 4 days, that was the only time that I had to go to work for the entire month of September. That was October 3rd, and I'm off for the next 3 days, and then I'm back on call. But yeah, it's just how it goes. Sometimes you get called a few times a month. Sometimes you don't get called at all. As you guys know, I don't get called all that much, but we are pretty close to getting, I think we're 6 weeks or 5 weeks out from, I think 5 weeks out from Ironman Arizona, my first ever full Ironman. If you're new here, I'm Joey Muccio, an airline pilot here out of Tampa Airport, and I'm training for my first ever Ironman. And today we have 2 workouts. So I have an hour and a half swim, which is a pretty long swim, and then an hour and 10-minute run. So fairly easy day. Still a decent amount of workouts. Probably get a little lift in as well. And then I have some big workouts tomorrow. Some long workouts. My longest ride, 5 hours on the bike tomorrow. But yeah, I'm gonna share some of the day today. I'm gonna hop down here, go hit the pool for a swim, and then probably go run outside. I've been doing a lot of my runs inside on the treadmill, and I went for a run outside off the bike the other day, and I was feeling it. Heat adaptation and heat training is definitely a thing. So obviously, you know, I really like running the treadmill for certain reasons, especially speed workouts where you know the heat might affect your ability to hit certain paces. But on those easy runs, I definitely need to start getting back out there and running outside, and then start to ease into even doing my hard runs and long runs outside before this race as well. So today we'll do hour and a half swim in the pool with a little bit of speed work, actually a lot of speed work. We got some warm-up stuff, and then the main set is like 15 by 100 as fast as possible. So that'll be pretty taxing, and like I said, easy run outside. But yeah, let's get after it. All right, we're into the workout. So the warm-up was 6 by 50 easy, and then 2 by 50, like kind of easing my way from zone 2 to zone 4. And then we're just doing some sets of 100, some sets of 200, kind of easy, easing into some speed, a couple rounds of that, and then going to the 15 by 100 fast. I'm trying to just keep the best average speed over those 15 by 100. So a good effort there for that 1500, and then some 250 cool downs, and then whatever's left over on the hour and a half. I usually just do some easy freestyle with some cool down breaststroke in between, and just kind of swim for the duration of whatever's left. So I'll do, like I've talked about it in my previous videos, but like 25 easy, 25 a little bit faster on the freestyle, and then like a 25 breaststroke, and then just repeat that over time, just kind of changing up my speed, but really focusing on my form, making sure that I'm not fatigued doing that cool down swim, and really keeping my form there, but good form at different speeds. And then, like I said, having the rest in between with the breaststroke. But I don't know, that's just kind of what I like to do on my cool down swims. Kind of makes the time go by a little bit faster, and make sure I'm still like swimming with good form. So that's the plan. But doing all the swim right here at the apartment complex, getting it done. Beautiful day here in Florida. All right, swim workout done, as you can tell from the goggle eyes. 5,900 yards, hour, 30 minutes is like an hour, like 132 average pace, something like that. Once I hit that hour mark in the pool, I'm just like, man, it just starts to feel like I'm in the pool forever, especially when you start taking breaks. You know, an hour and a half swim with breaks can turn into 2 hours in the pool, and it's just like a long time to be in the pool. But first workout done now. We got an hour 10 run, and then just kind of chilling for the rest of the day. So I might have some bread and butter or something, bread and peanut butter, just to get a little bit more carbs, a little more fuel in me before this run. And then we're gonna run outside. I think Gracie might join, and we'll knock it out. Beautiful day. It's a little bit windy, but overall super, super nice. And this is just the repetitive nature of Ironman training. I know, some people have been commenting like, dude, same video on repeat, yada, yada. It's like, dude, it's the same day on repeat. It's the same every day, every week on repeat with minor differences to workouts. And that's my life. And that's just what it is. To change your life forever, you have to do the same things over and over and over again. I mean, it's just consistency, it's repetition. The only way you're going to ever get good or great at something is doing it over and over and over again. And obviously not doing it the same way. You have to make adjustments and adapt and hopefully do more over time and get better and more efficient over time. But that's just what it is. So I'm just sharing my life as organically as possible on this channel. And, I'd love to switch it up a bunch for you guys. And I do plan on, doing obviously new and different things. But, for now, for another 4 or 5 weeks for this Ironman, we're just grinding. We're just in the trenches of this training program. So get some food in us and then hit this run. All right. We're on the run, just about 0.75 miles into it, 6 minutes. It was nice and easy. Got Gracie. She's on a call. Nice and windy, breezy, but it's still toasty out here. But check it out. Can't complain. Running along the water, back outside, getting some sun. October here in Florida. Beautiful, beautiful day. All right, run done. We did 8.25 miles, hour 10 minutes, 8:29 average pace, nice and easy. Ran a little bit with Gracie in the beginning. And then she dropped off. She was like, I'm done with this. You can go do that yourself.
After a mile, I'm good.
And it was looking pretty rough out there. We were thinking maybe we'd go on the boat for a little bit, but pretty windy. So now we might go to the movies. Do a little movie date. Stephen King movie called The Long Walk, which is like a Last Man Standing, but to the death, apparently. So it's going to get me fired up for the BPN Last Man Standing, Go One More Ultra for next year, and just get me in that mindset of do not stop,
Except you'll survive at the end.
Yes.
I'm gonna be on his crew.
She's gonna be my crew chief.
PB&Js. We're gonna get him lots of new socks.
Caffeine,
we're gonna
soft
get caffeine.
shoes,
We're gonna keep him cool.
Lubrication.
Yes. It's gonna be fun.
It's gonna be absolutely brutal, but it'll be a cool experience. But anyway, it's nice not being on call at 5 o'clock, because usually I'm like try to get the workouts done early, and then later in the day I kind of have to, like, if we go on the boat, we have to get back by like 4:30, so I'm here and ready to go to work, or like going to a movie. I'm always checking my phone like every 5 to 10 minutes. But today I'm off, so workouts are done. We're just kind of chilling out for the rest of the day. I'm gonna watch this movie, and then tomorrow morning, long workouts. But just soaking up a little outdoor action.
Nice out here.
It is. This is our chill spot. Makes us feel like we're out on some grass and some nature, but we're just chilling. All right, we're at the movies. We just got our tickets. We're watching The Long Walk.
Let's go, movie night. And then we just saw that the Rocks movie's on at 7:20, so we're like, what if
We might double up. And it's the perfect spot to just chill and carb load. So we're about to freaking go to town on some carbs. And watch some movies, maybe 2. What do we get?
Well, did you want some popcorn?
Definitely getting popcorn. Maybe we should get some Reese's Pieces, maybe some Kit Kats.
Okay. In the comments, do you say Reese's Pieces or Reese's Pieces?
It should be Pieces, I guess, right?
I used to call it that too, but then I saw this girl make a TikTok that it's like, it's not Pieces. But that sounds like how it should be.
What would you guys get? Cookie dough bites, the Kit Kats. I mean, I would slap these things around.
I only see these at movie theaters. I
Yeah,
never
honestly.
See them in stores. Can't go wrong. I mean, I might need some M&Ms. I love the peanut butter. The ones with the peanut butter inside. They're so good.
You killed me.
All right, movie done. A long walk.
It's
Crazy.
intense. I was just telling Joey, I was like,
Yeah.
the whole movie's about this walk, and I was like, how are they going to make it entertaining, right? The only thing you're watching is this group of guys walking, but like I was on the edge of my seat
Yeah.
pretty much the whole time.
It was freaking intense. Definitely, I would suggest watching it. And then as somebody, obviously it's not the same thing, but as somebody that's going to do a last man standing race next year and just like watching the BPN go one more ultra marathon, it's like the exact same concept minus the death, of course. It's just like, okay, like you give up and you're done. Like there's no finish line to the race. It's just go as far as you can until you physically either quit or can't walk anymore or run fast enough to make it through the loop in the hour, because it's a 4.2 mile loop every hour on the hour. So, and it's so easy in the beginning of a race like that to just be like, oh, I'm just not gonna quit. Like, you know, it's easy to be like, I'm gonna be mentally tough and just go, and I would go till death, you know, people say. But when you start getting bad chafing, bad blisters, you start cramping, those doubts start to creep into your head. And then over time, you end up slowly breaking, like, and it's not just all at once, it's like you get chipped away mile after mile after mile. And I just remember even that, like, the Leadville 100, it was a long, long while before I was, you know, thinking about quitting. And then halfway through, I was really, really thinking about quitting. But it's crazy how far you can go if you just don't quit on yourself. But easier said than done. So we will see if I can go over 100 miles next year. But yeah, definitely a crazy, crazy movie, crazy concept for a movie and a crazy concept for a race. But anyway, we're gonna go grab some sushi.
That was intense.
That was intense.
Time to lighten the mood, grab some sushi.
Yes. And we're on the whip. This is how we get around.
I sit on the back.
Somehow we both fit on this little seat right there. She loves it.
Yeah, you gotta hang on tight, you know?
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, party people.
It is not very early. We're getting fairly late start. I mean, it's 7:30, so it's not like super late, but starting off with some toast. We did 3 pieces of toast with peanut butter and honey. I'm gonna do 1 scoop JOEYM, 1 scoop JOEYM plus. We're gonna watch some Love is Blind. And I'm gonna sit on this bike for 5 hours and 15 minutes. So that's the Saturday plan, really. That's pretty much gonna take up my whole day at this rate, since I didn't wake up at 5 a.m. Then I have a 20-minute run off the bike. I think it's just like a short run. And then we're going out to dinner with some friends.
Yeah,
Time to get the day started. Let's do it. All right, we are in it. Workout has begun. We're an hour and 42 minutes in. 173 average power at the moment. Watching a little bit of TV. I'm gonna take a break here in like 7 minutes and hit the bathroom. And then we're getting into some intervals, which I think is like a few 10-minute rounds of zone 4. And then a few zone 3 rounds or something like that. I'll have to re-look at that. But so far so good. Feeling good, nice and steady at 173, which is like right on in my zone 2. And yeah, getting closer to the halfway point. 5 hours and 15 minutes. It's my longest ride ever, hands down. Longest ride outside or inside. So it's definitely a lot of time to be sitting on the bike, but that's pretty much exactly where I think if I have a good bike is right around that 5 to 520 mark would be like my goal shot on the bike. So just getting a good idea of how it's gonna feel. Obviously gonna be pushing a little bit harder on actual race day and have more energy hopefully, but also coming off of a long swim. So hopefully feeling good enough to push and then also saving enough energy to get off the bike and hop into a run and hopefully have a decent marathon. So be here for another 3-ish hours, or more than 3 hours, 3.5 hours. Let's get it. All right, we're 2 rounds down on the zone 4. So we got 3 by 10 minutes zone 4, which for me is right around like 250, trying to keep it above 250 watts. And then 10 minutes of zone 2, kind of cool down. And then 6 by 8 minutes at zone 3, which is like 220-ish watts. So 1 more round of zone 4, and then 6 rounds of zone 3, and then all easy from there. We're 2 hours and 30 minutes in. So another 2 hours and 45 minutes to go, almost halfway. But also, one of my favorite sports, or definitely my favorite sport, pretty much the only sport that I watch, is the fights. I don't really watch basketball or football or anything like that, but there are 3 epic fights on tonight. So I'm just watching some pre-hype YouTube vids. But yeah, if you didn't know that, that's one of my passions. I grew up wrestling. That's why I have cauliflower ear. I just like the sport of fighting. So I love to watch it. And eventually one day I'm thinking I just want to do like one MMA fight. I was a decent wrestler growing up, but just the health kind of repercussions of doing an MMA fight kind of hold me back from wanting to do that. But it's just like one thing I got on the bucket list that I want to eventually do, just like this Ironman. And obviously I would want to fight somebody that's 0-0 like me, so it wouldn't be like a dangerous matchup, but any fight is dangerous. But I just think it would be a cool bucket list item to do, and just cool to say that I did and tried it. So I just like watching the fights and they fire me up. But let's get back to it, last round. All right, onto the run, about 12, 13 minutes in. Just going around the pier and back, right around 3 miles. This should be around like 25-ish minutes. It's hot, but it feels good. Get out here and get the legs moving after that ride. They were feeling super stiff in the beginning, but then about 5 minutes into the run, I started loosening up. And now it feels a lot better. But it's hot, but it's windy. Another 15-ish minutes, and we're done for the day. All right, breakfast time and run done. I don't think I updated you guys. 3.06 miles, 24 minutes, 7:53 average pace. That puts me at 57.8 miles for the week. So decent mileage for like a marathon block, I guess. And definitely on top of all the biking and the swimming. So happy with that kind of just mileage getting me ready for that marathon coming off the bike. And my legs felt super heavy in the beginning of that run, but then they started loosening up, and I feel even better now than I did when I first got off the bike. But same as usual, pop this in there. Some sourdough, 5 eggs, probably gonna have a parfait with some peanut butter as well. The classic breakfast, but we're having it today at 3:30. And that's just kind of how it goes. Obviously I had my carbs, electrolytes during the ride, had a couple gels, a bunch of G1M. I had some toast, 3 slices of toast with peanut butter before. And this is my first real meal. So yeah, a little bit late for that, but that's what I get for kind of sleeping in. But it is what it is. Good morning. Sunday morning. We are having our usual pre-workout situation. We're gonna have one more too. Peanut butter, honey on some toast. This is the reality of Ironman training. It's like you get done with some really hard workouts and you're like, oh, I got another couple hard workouts tomorrow as well. So we got 18 miles. Gracie's up and at 'em.
Good morning, everybody. We love just putting the camera on first thing, you know?
She loves it. But we stayed up super late watching the UFC fights, which I bet on all three. I bet Alex Pereira, Merab, and Khalil Roundtree. Khalil was freaking winning. Then he got knocked down the third. Merab won. And then, oh no, I didn't bet Alex Pereira. I bet the other guy. I'm forgetting his name. But anyway, he was the favorite, and I parlayed it, and I was like, I think I'm winning. We only put $100 on it to win like 400.
We were out after the first
We were out
fight.
after the first fight, which is a bummer. And then you stay up till freaking 1 a.m. to watch it. I just want them to put the UFC fights earlier so that you can get a decent night's sleep, but you're up till 1 in the morning to watch these things.
Not me.
But I typically want to stay up and watch them, or whatever. I'll just go to bed and watch them in the morning, but it's nice to watch them live. So it's not early. It's 9:15 in the morning. We got some sleep. I still didn't even get 7 hours, but we're going to have this, knock out a run, and then depends on how the weather's looking. Maybe we'll do something outdoorsy.
Yeah, get on the outside.
Get some sun if it's nice, but if not, who knows? We'll see what happens. It's run time. We're getting on the treadmill, and I've said it plenty of times before, but one of the major perks of running inside on the treadmill is not having to wake up super early. It's about to be 11 o'clock in the morning. Just kind of digested that toast and some electrolytes and got my bottles ready, got my gels ready. We were all ready to go. And I was able to stay up late, watch the fights, and I don't have to try to beat the heat. It's pretty dang hot out today. So I got the AC cranking, got my towel ready, got electrolytes here, water here, gels here. We are good to go. So we got 2 hours and 25 minutes, 18 miles, whichever one is longer, basically. And that's it, because I have my triathlon coach gave me 2 hours, 25 minutes. And then Jeff, my running coach, gave me 18 miles. And it's all zone 2 other than one stint of zone 3 for 10 minutes in the second half. So mostly an easy run. And yeah, just time to get it done. Legs are a little bit tight from yesterday's over 5 hour ride, but that's what it's all about. It's about being able to grit through some fatigue and just getting the body durable enough to go race for 10, 11, 12 hours, hopefully closer to 10, hopefully sub 10, but we will see. We got to keep building this fitness. We got another 5 weeks, so let's get it. All right, run done. Let's see. We did 2 hours, 25 minutes, 19.82 miles, 7:19 average pace, average heart rate 133. I'll tell you what, my heart rate is like a solid 20 lower inside than it is outside. So I don't know if I'm actually this fit at this heart rate, but I am on the treadmill. Felt good. I am feeling a little bit dehydrated. I had 2 bottles the whole time. A little graveyard of Go gels down there. And yeah, I said I was gonna do 18 miles or 2 hours and 25 minutes, whatever was longer. Ended up running fairly fast. Just kind of every mile started going 0.1 faster. And then for the last couple miles, kind of did a cool down. For the last 10 minutes, I did a cool down. So 7:19 average pace, pretty happy about that. So run done. Long Sunday run done. Got a nice little puddle forming down here. We gotta clean this treadmill up. Oh, damn. not too bad. Definitely tough. 2 hours and 25 minutes on the treadmill is never easy, but just gotta get done. So, oh my gosh, just gonna chug some freaking water, get some sun. Woo! Let's go. Feels so good to be done. All right, big delivery. As you can see, bunch of boxes from BPN. Some of my favorite things, which stoked about, these RTDs. I don't know if you guys have tried these yet. I think they're only available on Amazon right now. But there's JOEYM and JOEYM Sport Plus RTDs. They're like equivalent to, I think, 1 scoop in each. So it's 350 milligrams of sodium, 20 grams of carbs, which that's what 1 scoop this is. 20 grams of carbs, 350 milligrams of sodium. So usually I'll do like 2 scoops at least, or if like I'm on the bike, I'll do 3 or 4 scoops. But first thing in the morning, it's actually really nice just to like, especially instead of having like a coffee or having to mix anything up, if I forget to mix it the night before, just grabbing one of these and just getting a little bit of electrolytes, a little bit of caffeine, going first thing in the morning, and these are just great to grab throughout the day. So I usually keep these stocked in the outside fridge. Go bars, I ran out of Go bars. Absolutely love these, just for like a quick pre-run, carb source. So 200 calories, 36 grams of carbs, and then as you know, just a bunch of JOEYM. I bleed this stuff. I've been drinking so much of it, it's insane. So yeah, I just ran out actually this morning or yesterday on JOEYM Sport. So now I got 2 more tubs and a case, and I'm still needing to swim. So some storms are gonna roll through. People are gonna get kicked out of this, or they're not gonna get kicked out, but they're just gonna not want to sit by the pool while it's raining, and then that's gonna be my time to shine to get this swim done. I have an hour swim, just a bunch of 250s. Some people are still in there. So we got to warm up, and then 10 by 250, so that's 2,500. Probably an hour, I'll be around 4,000 yards. So I'm going to do that, but I'm going to clean up, vacuum, and then hit that. But we were thinking about maybe going on the boat, but it looks like it's going to rain here in a little bit. So anyway, that's the plan. All right, so I didn't film the rest of yesterday's workouts, but I did have that hour swim. I just swam here at the pool at the apartment complex. Did 1 hour, 10 250s, and then I just kind of did some easy swimming after that to get to the hour, hit the sauna, chilled, had dinner, just kind of hung out. And then today, Monday, we had an hour bike ride this morning into a 35-minute run, and then I have a long 1 hour and 45-minute swim later. I might hit like a quick little pull-up, push-up, curl, ab lift session here for like 15 to 25 minutes, and then just have breakfast, chill out, and then probably do that swim a little bit later. But anyway, I'm gonna end this video here. I just want to say thank you guys for watching. And yeah, if you want to be an airline pilot, check out my new book called Becoming an Airline Pilot. You can check out Melbourne Flight Training, the school that I went to for all my training and all my flight instructing until I went to the airlines. And then all the links down below, my merch, BPN, code JOEYM for all the products and the brands that I work with. Really helps out. And like, comment, subscribe. Appreciate you guys. And yeah, if you have anything that you want to see more of, let me know. Obviously, for the next 5 weeks, it's going to be a lot more of this Ironman training until that race, which I'm excited about. And then it'll be on to the next challenge, which I'm excited to share with you guys what I'm going to be kind of training for next. But other than that, I'm back on call today, so we'll see if I go fly. But I'm just trying to get all my workouts done before then. And yeah, just appreciate you guys watching, and I will see you on the next one. Peace.